Hmm. I don't know, man. Can you hear me though? I don't know if the sound is working on this thing. I don't know if the microphone is on. Let me know if you can hear. I think I'm using the iPad, and also the sound might be coming. Oh shit! It may. You can hear me, but you don't get an echo or something because I haven't set it up. This is just me trying to set it up now, and I'm not that good at the technical aspects of this. I had help. Well, if you can hear me, then that's fine. Let's do it. um, Let me know if it's okay. Right? My process is kind of simple. It's not a big deal. It's not a big deal for me. I basically just normally you're wearing earplugs. Something is better than nothing. Okay. I wish I can kill the sound on one of these devices, and maybe that I can help. I don't know how to do that shit. All right. So anyway, so the, my process is kind of simple, right? Generally, you know what I'm gonna do? I'm gonna do it as if I would be, as if I would be doing my demos. Okay. This is a typical drawing of contrapposto. So contrapposto would be just to hold on. There you go. This will be a contrapposto. I imagine you're also an artist, so you can dig this shit. So basically, you got in the contrapposto you have a straight leg that carries most of the weight, and I like to call this a bum leg because it's not doing much. In this case, the leg that's not carrying the weight or most of the weight, it's actually the knee is forward, right? So the heel is lifted. So this this foot is barely touching the ground, so it's not carrying any weight. Whereas this one, the heel is firmly on the floor, and it is bearing most of the weight. This leg, the hip is always high, right? This one, this hip is low, so you have this counter posture, hands and neck counter posture. So you got the hips, the lower back are going that way and an angle, and the shoulders are going the opposite way. So that's counter posture. So this is a typical pose. I do this normally from my head. It's not a big deal, right? This could vary. This leg could be, for instance, um, just going that way. It doesn't have to. The knee doesn't have to go forward. So that this leg could be going this way too, right? The event, this foot might be going this way a little bit. In both cases, The leg, the bum leg, the leg that's just there, is not carrying or transmitting much of the weight it's going to be here. That's basically it. It's still going that way, and this is still going that way. When both legs are carrying the weight equally, center of gravity might be here, right? So most cases, the most used pose is the contrapposto. So it's pretty. Yeah, it's a classic. That's right. So I have to explain a little bit because once people see the video, they might. I don't think they're gonna hear the. They're gonna see the comments, so I think they disappear for some reason. So you would just um, telling me that the classic posture is a counter posture. So that's absolutely true. I think it's the most drawn pose or most painted pose ever. So there's the hair over here. So I'm going to use my. This is going to be a quick sort of this, right? This is going to be a quick gesture drawing. I do this for practice. What I did to this is I add light. Light would be coming from, this time is going to come from the right. Yeah, these are pretty much generic poses. It's nothing to it. I typically don't do action poses. I like most resting poses, natural poses. And that's pretty much it. It's not a big deal. The next drawing, I'm going to use some reference. I'll do a pose that I usually don't do much. Leg that's standing sides we get in glutes are going to be cut straight, right in the direction of the pointing to trochanter, tro, trochanter, or trochanter. Just a little bone, angle bone that, of the femur that goes into the hip. So that's basically it. So usually when I shade a drawing, I define the light and darks. And I do it really quickly. It's not like a super dramatic lighting, but light's coming from here, you're gonna get all this lit and the absence of light over here is gonna determine how dark this is. Right? And usually there's a little bit of light here on this side because that usually is the reflection, a bounce light from this area. It bounces a little bit, so you get reflected light, just like you get cast shadows, the same thing. Get some. So we're gonna leave a little bit of a rim light, so to speak, here. So this I'm gonna go pretty fast because this is just the scapula over here. I'm gonna use only this value for everything. Right? Let's see. And whatever is highlight and whatever is mid-tone is gonna be the paper. I already have the advantage of having a really dark accent right here. And I'm leaving a little bit of light over there. There's no light here. It's kind of cheesy, but it's gonna. It's a fast way of getting your shadows, which later you can fine tune and add more subtlety. But for now, this is it. this leg is casting a shadow over this one. And you're gonna get a bit of that. Because the knee is pulling forward, right? This leg itself, the upper leg is gonna cast a bit of a shadow over the calf muscle. So we acknowledge that. That will probably just enhance the fact that the knee is forward, forward as in that way. It's all common sense. It's not a big lighting job or anything. I don't get complicated with light. I'm not that good at lighting. So I do very simple lighting. Either light from one side or another. That's it. Top left or top right. This is the bump. We've got the dimples of the sacral. It's very quick and painless. And then we'll fine tune it a little bit. But for now, they're just defining. Oh, there's the other one, right? Value 1 and value 2. 2, I don't have to do anything. That's the paper. It's a bump over here. The Achilles tendon kind of goes like that. There's just a little bit of darkness here, but not much because the light's coming here. But this hand might be throwing some, casting some shadow over here, very slightly, but let's put it there. There you go. Well, this is this hand, this arm, casting shadow. So the light's coming here, so you're gonna get also more than half, 3/4 of this arm is gonna get in darkness. This is that, which muscle, what's his name? Brachioradialis, I think it is. Brachioradialis. I'll be this guy over here. So see it from the back. Acknowledge the muscle, but it's just creating the shadow part right here. That's it. There you go. So basically when you do this type of things, you think of the light where it's coming, light source, right? So top right, that would mean that everything on the top and the right side will get light, and everything on the left side, depending on how strong this light is, and bottom gets dark. So this is totally bottom right here. and this also, right? Because that's under. So under and left. You see a little bit of light here, a little bit of light here. There we go. There's no light whatsoever here. That's it. Very simple. Now the hair. The hair has chunks. Let's divide the chunks. One chunk here. One chunk here. So, as the light is coming here, you're gonna get basically something like this. This is gonna be in darkness. Very shiny, so you're gonna get a bit of some kind of highlight in here. You get some light somewhere here. It's a little curve, so you get these bumps of light, right? So when you have bumps, get light over here, light over here, light over here. That's basically the same concept. You get bump over here, and as you're coming down here, and you have the skull, right when you have the skull, you're gonna get dark, right? It's just common sense. It's nothing out of the ordinary. Though it looks cool, I'm just following this pole. That's it. To give it a more realistic sort of lighting and dark. There's another bump over here. Remember this? So this is light, this is dark, this is light, this is dark. Same thing that happens over here. Same thing that happens over here. As you go here, you get light over here, you get dark as you go here, then you get light over here, then you get dark over here. That sort of stuff. Same thing. Super common sense, nothing great. So here you get more light, and as you come in downward, you get dark. This is dark. This is dark. There you go. So now you have it. Wolf Prime. What did you? Oh, thank you. Thank you, Wolf Prime. Do I know you, Wolf Prime? No. Okay, thank you. Thank you for stopping by, everybody. So that's basically it, right? Very relatively easy. Same thing that I did on the previous one. You were not here to see this one. Was even a quicker one. So don't take that long. This is what I do with my students, but I teach them how light works. Now, on this one though, today I'm gonna go, since we have more time, I'm gonna go a little further in when it comes to values, right? So this would be 1, 2, let's change that. Let's add this other value. Let's name this 1, and let's name this 2. And let's name this 3. So 3, as you can see, there's nothing there. That means it's the midtone and the highlights. So if there's a highlight right here, because the light will hit here first, that will be it right there. That will be it right there. This is the hand, the arm casting a little bit of a shadow there. Right? No, this will be, under should be dark too, by the way. Same with this. There you go. But now see, it's very solid. The lighting Then on. Now we're gonna go and add a third value. Value was in tonal volume. So I'm gonna place that between the darkest value we have right now and this one. Sort of like that, right there. I'm gonna put it here. But I have to make sure that this plane, this plane has to be understood, right? This is that. It's like a butterfly, right? The butt is like a butterfly. So you get gluteus medius on the top, right here, and right here, and maximus down here. Maximus is the one that goes to the left. All right, so we didn't do this leg, so that's at the beginning. So now we're gonna add this other value, and we're gonna create a more of a sense of uh, volumetric sense. We got things that look like the planes of an actual human being. Transitions are gonna be some transitions. Right now, everything is harsh, meaning the transitions come from super dark to light. So now we're gonna blend this in some of the transitions that we're gonna do. So not all of them, but some. So in this case, right here, this is a soft. This is a soft transition. There's still not a lot of light over here, so I'm gonna try to blend in a little bit. This is a bump. This bump is from one of the rotator cuff muscles that go rotate over there. So now here is also a bit of a dent over here that created by the scapula. So I'm gonna soften that a little bit and soften the transition from this value to the white. Always go from dark to light. You never shade from light, right, to dark. It's the opposite.
It's 12 o'clock.
You drag this over to the light. Also, it's a bit of a bump here. Soft. This is the wedge of the spine. So you gotta acknowledge that. There. And this is really dark. I might even need the help of maybe the blue one. Yeah, that's it. There we go. Because that's really dark. There's another wedge right here. It's a bump that's created by the wedge of the spine and the sacrospinalis muscle right here. So all you do is getting that in there and you blend it. That's it. It's not a, I know it sounds like, yeah, that's it, it's easy. It's not necessarily easy, but it's just to take a little practice, but it's a lot of common sense. It's some anatomical knowledge, is not, it helps, but it's merely common sense. See where the light is coming, you know what the muscle looks like and the planes of the muscle, and yeah, that's it. There you go. Now we're cooking. That looks pretty good. Oh, this is muscle right coming from the, yeah. So, brachialis. That's under the biceps. A little bit of that. And this should be dark too because it's under. So, remember that, right? When it comes to light, it's the top right and top left. Whatever is on the opposite side of the light, so it'll be dark, and under it'll be dark. So that's gonna be dark. That's gonna be dark. And that's basically it. Alright, so this part is kinda done. Just add a little bit more of yeah. There you go. That looks okay. Now we're blending this other one with the arm. Give it more volume. There you go. And these wrinkles. What you call this? Little rolls, fat rolls. I don't know, rolls of fat, fatty tissue. There you go. So now we have these three values, and so that would make it really dark. So basically 4 values if you want to count this really dark. All right, so now we blend in coarse shadow with this over here. Remember, from dark to light. We made several cons, and I used to bother you over messaging. Really? You must be old then, because that was a long time ago. I don't do cons anymore, so that must have been a long time. Well, thanks a lot, man. Um, so yeah, if you I don't know if you any of you want to know more about this, or attend the joint sessions I have. I do a lot of demos and I do a couple of lessons on anatomy. Just hit me back, let me know. We do it over what you call it? What's the name of that? Google Meet. It's kind of like what you see in here. Just more of it, and it's more structured. I'll show you anatomy and how to draw pinups, how to draw the female figure. There you go. So far so good. We got very simple lighting, top right, and very simple shading. Whatever's left is dark, whatever's under is dark, and whatever's on the light side obviously is gonna have. Let me get rid of some of the construction lines. There you go. Yeah, that's it. So yes, if you wanna come to the sessions, let me know. Thanks, buddy. I'm sure if I see you, I will know who you are. I never forget a face. The names I'm not good at. Names I'm not good at. But the faces. So I'm just blending the harsh lights. There you go. Making bumps and dents. That's all there is. Bumps and dents. Alright, on this one we have quite a lot because it's a big volume, but we have the biggest highlight right about here. So we gotta be from dark to light. Alright, so let's do it. And let's use the side of the pencil. Alright, so to go faster. There you go. So remember, light, light, and dark. So this whole the bottom of these two forms, they're in darkness, right? So we do that. And this is also in darkness as the light travels over the form and ends right here. Right, lights over here, and as you come into this to the cleft of the butt, or the crack of the butt, however you want to call it, then you get a really strong core shadow right here, and then you blend it with the light side, right? Right now, my strokes are not going any particular way. I'm just covering distances. But as soon as I lay down some pigments, right, enough to cover, then I'll be more careful about how I lay my strokes so go with the form. You know what I'm saying? You want to go with the form. Like this. There you go. Now you have a more volumetric butt. Same thing here. Gluteus maximus goes like this, right? Like that. So that's how you shape this guy. You blend this. That's pretty much it. I don't know. You got 37 people. I don't know, 37 views. I don't know if anybody here. I don't know anybody here except for these two gentlemen over here, the Batman and the Wolf Prime. All right, so that's basically it. Now you can see the form coming along, right? Let's make sense. It's a little bit of fatty tissue right here. And I'm just blending now. Harsh transition. That's all. And this time I'm going with the skin. The way the skin goes over here is like kind of like that, right? There you go. You're not going with the muscle fibers because these muscles are stringy, right? They come out like this. They're strings. So the fibers are coming down vertically. So, but here you got skin on top of the fatty tissue. So that fatty tissue travels this way, right? The muscle goes this way, but the fatty tissue, which is a lot, will go from one side to the other. So that's what you do. That's how you do it. Right? You shade from left to right, right to left. However, usually from the dark side, dragging the dark into the light, like this. And as you get over here, you're gonna get the stringy muscles. And so now you're gonna do this. You're gonna go up and down. It's gonna, at one point, just melt. The two of these are gonna, the fibers are going up, and the strokes are going this way because of the skin. At one point, they're gonna connect right about there. Not a real connection. It's just more like in blending. There you go. That's it. That's the science. So these muscles are more like this. Calf muscles are like this. It's more rounded. So you go with the fibers. In this case, right? The reason why make it more lighter than this because the light here is hitting this side and it's very bright because it's closer to the light source. Right? But down here, as you go down, remember, down, under, and left is going to be dark. So all of this is going to be not super dark because you're going to get a light over here, like the bumps. But right here, it's going to get dark. There you go. That's it. shit. Just dragging the dark over the light, that's all. Going with the form. Alright. I think we're pretty much done with this thing. Let's just blend this. It's too harsh. Just blend it. There you go. You can use your finger if you want. All right, I think we're done. Thank you so much for stopping by. Ouch. Nice and shiny. All right, let's do a little bit of the hair. So the hair is pretty much done in terms of light and shadow. We could use some hairlines. See if I can get a dark pencil. That's not tricky fine. But now this will take care of all that. Very thin lines. Right. So I'm doing on the top, I'm doing this, check it. So this is dark, something like that. Dragging the dark lines, black, over to the light. Remember, it's always like that, right? When you shade, it's always dragging from dark to light. There you go. From dark to light. In the hair, you always draw in chunks. Right? 1, 2, 3. Another chunk right here. Must be the static, right? fairly easy. It's not a big deal. Nothing is a big deal, really. It's just a matter of practice. That's all. You can do it. Should. If I can do it, you can do it. Definitely. I have a lot of mental problems. Yeah, I have mental problems. So I still can do it. So that means you can do it. Go with the flow. Go with the hair. There you go. That's it. I know something happened there. You still there? Okay, so that's the end of the stream. I'm gonna be here tomorrow at 11. I'm gonna try to make it 11 every day. I'll have a new toy. So tell your friends. If you want to do some studying of the form, hit me back. It's not expensive. It's cool. You draw alongside with me, so that's pretty cool. That's how you learn, by drawing alongside your trainer, whatever you want to call it. Yeah, that's it. Let me sign it and let's get the hell out of here. Thank you for stopping by. It looks pretty red on the screen. It's not so red here. So if you have any, if you have an eraser, you can pick up some highlights. So you can actually also pick up some lights within the dark, right? Some ring lights. You can do that too. I will give it more of a three-dimensional aspect to this. There you go. Or maybe use this guy. The zero, so what's the name of this thing? What is this? Zero something or other. I forgot the name. Yeah, mono zero. This is a good thing. You can pick up some highlights from this. Now we have a nice shiny butt. You can also blend with this, right? You can also use it to blend. There you go. think that's enough. I'll make it too shiny. All right then. Thank you. I'll see you tomorrow at 11. It's about 12:28, so that's about an hour and a half. I'll see if I can fix the microphone thing. In the meantime, thank you. I'll see you tomorrow, or maybe not. Bye bye, Wolf Prime. Goodbye, Madman. So how you end this shit? Hold on. End stream.